This is Liam Lawson's fully sent A90 Supra.
And this is my fully sent G87 M2. And today we're going to be putting these two cars head to head.
Let's see which one takes the crown.
We're going to be stacking these up and comparing them against all of the metrics you care about, which is modability, sound, styling, and the way it actually drives.
So, Mr. Jack, you're going to be representing the G87 M2. Let's start with modability, go through the mods that you've made to this car now.
So, if you've seen this channel before, you already know a lot about this car. It's got the full Adro body kit on it, which is basically carbon fibre, everything, carbon fibre hood. I've got also some AE design fenders, facelift front bumper, carbon splitter, carbon grills, carbon side skirts, carbon mirror caps, carbon roof from factory. We've got a carbon rear diffuser. We've also got a carbon fibre rear wing from TRE. And this thing just looks impeccable. We'll get onto that later. And it's also got a full Miltech, actually would be a turbo back system, I believe. Yeah.
It is, yeah, because it's got a downpipe.
Turbo back system, Venturi intake, Venturi engine cover.
Pop the engine bay up.
Let's have a little look.
Pop the hood.
You need to see this carbon Kevlar hood as well. Just skimmed over the seats, full carbon tilt bucket seats, which are incredibly comfortable. Also got the TRE facelift steering wheel, which is a must.
Magnetic paddles.
Magnetic paddles. And on the interior, I have put satin PPF over the carbon to match the satin carbon on the steering wheel, so it's all satin carbon inside, other than the seats, which then pop in the gloss. But let it be said, if I could have them in satin carbon, I would.
Under the bonnet is pretty mad on this. Go through some of the bits under the bonnet and power figures.
Start at the top here, you've got a TRE carbon crash bar, Venturi intake. This is a prototype TRE strut brace that the guys were developing but never actually made it. TRE engine cover terminal thing, whatever you call them. And then Venturi engine cover as well. This intake sounds mad. Like, we put Venturis on basically every single car, and the reason for that is properly dyno tested, developed, perform all of that stuff, and they look incredible. And then also, look at this.
Carbon Kevlar under the bonnet.
Yep, so you know, if stuff gets a bit sketchy and we end up at war or something,
it's bulletproof.
Bulletproof, yeah.
Power.
So this is running 710 brake horsepower, and with these cars, they are so easy to get power out of. You essentially need to just do downpipes and a tune,
and you've got 700 brake,
which is crazy. This is 450 stock. So imagine just adding on nearly 300 horsepower through a tune. It's crazy. And that is because they're essentially a detuned version of the engine that's in the big brother, the M4. So there's a lot of headspace here in terms of, tunability.
It actually shares quite a lot of things with the Supra, which we'll get onto now.
Does it?
Yeah.
What else does it share?
Well, the S58 engine is essentially a redesign on the B58 engine.
Yeah, but this is twin turbo.
Yeah.
Better. Down here we have the HRE 521 split piece wheels. They are unreal. You can see I've actually managed to also cake them in quite a bit of brake dust, which is actually from my RPX pads on the EBC floating discs. So I need to get that sorted ASAP. Oh, one other thing, if you like anything you've seen on this car, it's all available on our website, and you get a discount code with the code YouTube5. Check it out. Right, Nath, you tell me about the Supra then.
Well, obviously we haven't got Liam Lawson here to represent his Supra, but I used to have a Supra, so I'm going to go through all the parts. This is a full Adro body kit, very similar to what the M2 is running in terms of like replacement front bumper, yellow CSL DRLs, it's got a carbon front splitter. It's got, if you come round the side here, Jack, you'll see it's a beautiful set of custom forged wheels by West Forge, and that lines up with this ridiculous fender, which is actually a full carbon fibre fender from Adro with this very aggressive skirt, which looks absolutely insane. Controversial mod, this is a set of M-style mirrors, but obviously the Supra underneath technically is a BMW, isn't it, Jack?
Basically a BMW.
So it needs a few BMWs.
It's just a Z4, let's be honest.
Yeah, literally. Carbon fibre door shuts, I think that's what they're called, or what are they called?
Yeah, like door shut trims.
Door shut trims. Round here is arguably the most important mod you can do to an A90 Supra, and that is this rear wing. Street Hunter wing with gloss back sides to match the paintwork and a carbon top fin. Without these, they literally look bald, so if you do have a Supra, make sure you put a wing on it. Down here is possibly the most aggressive rear diffuser available on the market for the Supra, and this is the Adro rear diffuser, paired up with some fat Jap cannons, because this is a custom exhaust system by Mad DP, but that's not the only thing that this car does, because if we pop the bonnet, I'm about to show Jack's G87 up. The interior is not as impressive as the M2 at all. There's one thing I absolutely hate about the interior. Go show them that steering wheel. Absolute dustbin lid airbag. Fair play though, Liam has changed the steering wheel out to a custom OHD steering wheel, which looks a lot nicer than the factory one. Underneath the bonnet, we have a big fat single turbo. This has got external wastegates and a screamer pipe, so it sounds absolutely insane when you're on the throttle.
Yeah, it does.
Like when I say insane, it
sounds like the gearbox is smashing through the floor.
It's ridiculous. Essentially, this was carried out by the guys at Overkill Performance with a collab with Tom Wrigley. And if we're talking about power, it's running around 650 brake horsepower, which isn't crazy power for a big single turbo like this, but it's because Liam wanted usable power that he can use all the time and not have to worry about it. And it's been pretty reliable so far, hasn't it?
Yeah. These cars are dripping from head to toe in carbon fibre and styling, and if you want to modify your car, we can help you do that. Our team are fully experienced and will be able to help you fulfill your vision for your car. So drop us a message, drop us an email, we'd be happy to help. And make sure you go over to the website and use code YouTube5 for a nice little cheeky discount at checkout.
Jack, we need to make a decision. What wins on modability? Supra or the G87? I think it's pretty close, isn't it?
I think it's pretty close, honestly, and this is me trying to be non-biased. I think this takes it just slightly because they both have mad amount of styling options, but performance-wise, the B58 is unbelievable for modding. Like, there's so much on the market, but for your money, if money's no object, you can mod this better because
you get more power for less.
That's probably the way to explain it. Yeah, I would say that just takes the cake.
M2 takes the win. I agree with you on that one.
All
We're
right.
not arguing yet, which is good.
That will happen.
Right, let's get on to sound.
Right, let's start with the G87. I'm going to start this with the valves closed, and then you're going to see the difference. It's nuts.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
No. Oh, it's so loud. No, wait, look at little Sam. That is so loud.
That's ridiculous. That hurts my ears and I'm in the car.
Supra's turn. So I don't think the valves on this system are actually working, but we'll give it a go. Well, straight off the rip, it's nowhere near as loud as that.
Nah.
Come round the front as well, Jack. Woo!
It's got a nice tone, but the volume's not there, is it?
No, but I think that clean sweeps and takes the win. That's just too loud in Asbo. And this has got a beautiful tone, and especially when we hear this out on the road.
I think
we'll compare it with a flyby as well.
Yeah, I think
because that's going to be very different once this comes onto boost.
So as much as I love the G87, I do have to concede this one. I think the Supra takes the cake in terms of overall sound.
So Jack, now we're going to decide what one looks better, because I think I know which one has my vote. What one has your vote?
I think I know what's got mine as well.
You picked G87.
Yeah.
I picked Supra. I think Supra looks a bit more special,
I personally think me and you can't decide this. We'll have to leave it up to, we'll have to ask the team.
Let's ask the team now.
Hello, Ollie. No, this is no prep whatsoever. Out of the two cars here, what one do you think looks better?
Probably G87.
One vote for G87.
No, that's not right. That's not the right vote.
Look at it. He's not been prepped. Yeah, look at it. Yeah. Terran, what we saying? Just quickly, yeah. Out of these two cars, which one looks the best?
Supra.
Yes!
Oh,
Good choice. I love you, Terry.
respect. I mean, wrong choice, but. Tay, on the spot, which out of these two cars looks the best?
I would say the Supra.
Yes!
Definitely the Supra.
Right, out of these two cars, which one looks the best?
It's got to be that one.
No.
Just for the clarity of the camera, which one is that?
It's the G87 because,
Thank you, my
because
friend.
of the Adro.
That's got an Adro on it.
But that Adro's better. It changes it, develops it. Chef's kiss.
Connor, out of the two cars we have here, which one looks the best?
Looks the best, G87.
Respect.
He's sacked.
I'm his boss, he ain't getting sacked. He's got a promotion, well done. Sorry, Sam, I understand you're busy. What looks better, the Supra or the G87?
G87. Now it's been wrapped. Before it was wrapped, then 100% Supra, but now it's wrapped. G87.
G87. All day.
Didn't even have to ask. Didn't even have to ask. You're on camera. This is it. This could be a decider. Supra or G87?
G87 before the wrap.
Before the wrap.
In black.
Whoa.
In black.
In black. Unreal.
Okay. I think we've concluded that the G87 wins. Sorry, Liam. Ben just told us why he doesn't like the Supra though.
I can't fit in the Supra.
So now we're going to take both cars for a drive. Jack's got his new iPhone and I've got my new iPhone. We're going to test and see how good they are. I'm going to drive the G87.
Okay.
And you're going to drive the Supra and we're going to radio each other what we both think and feel.
Let's do it.
Let's go. Oh, that is stupid. So we're going to take both cars for a drive. I've jumped in the G87 and Jack's jumped in the Supra. Yeah, the Supra feels a lot more like a cockpit, whereas this feels nicer, more modern. There's a lot more space to breathe in, but the Supra does feel like you're sitting in something a little bit more special than what this does.
Straight away, that sounds so good.
This is so fast and so loud.
That turbo, mate. So the fact that this just has an external wastegate, when you go through the gears, it's like, what? Oh, but every car should have an external wastegate. I don't understand why they don't. Like, surely there should be some legislation in place to say every car has an external wastegate because they just sound so good.
Handle's very nice. Steering's really, really good. Like modern G series, you normally lose a little bit of the steering feel, but the mods that Jack's done with some of the suspension stuff, he's put like different control arm bushes in and the CSL steering maps, or the CS steering maps, and the steering feels so good. And I think the suspension feels better than what the Supra does as well, to be honest.
The first thing though, I would say, outside of the engine, is the steering. You can notice that this is just not quite dialed in as well as the M2. It feels quite vague. You've got to be very, very intentful with the throttle. Like, you can't half-ass it, if that makes sense. If you're just like slightly not with it, the car just does this because like the throttle response is so well, responsive, I guess.
The G87 is actually a lot heavier than what the Supra is, but you can't really notice it, to be honest. Like, what BMW have done with all the new G series cars, they've lightened them. They've made them feel so light to drive, and honestly, you could get in this car and you would never know it's the best part of 1800 kilos.
Let's see what this has got to offer then, ready?
The sound of the Supra is insane.
Oh mate, that's unreal.
This is quick. This car is so fast. It's definitely a bit quicker than what the Supra is, but it really struggles to put the power down. It's so fast though.
Oh my God, it's all about the sound, the experience. Honestly, it's so visceral. Like, you honestly feel like, I mean, this is obviously what every Jap car must feel like when you're going through, like, what? But that's exactly what it feels like. This with like a sequential, oh man, so good, so good.
I think the Supra definitely sounds better though. It feels more of an experience when you're driving that car, especially with that top mount turbo. It's just screaming at you, whereas this is screaming at me, but it's a really annoying scream coming from the back. It's very raspy. The bangs are absolutely ridiculous though.
It's not that fast. Honestly, it sounds faster than it is, and I'm just being brutally honest. Like, the M2, I genuinely think is in a different league to this.
Jack, let me go on the left and then you rip it past me. I want to hear that.
Yeah, cool. You just ruined my piece of camera, so nice. Anyway, as I was saying, I do think the M2 might be faster. Right, let's let Nath have it. Hold up.
That sounds insane.
Oh, so good! Honestly, if you have a Supra, you have to do this to your car. You have to. It's non-negotiable. Let's see what the M2's got. Go on. That doesn't sound bad either.
It really struggles with traction though. Like, honestly, in fourth gear, putting your foot down is all over the road. But I love it. It is great.
The way this turbo is set up now, it suits the personality of this car down to the ground. Honestly, drawbacks, the steering, as I said, very vague. Like, it needs to be dialed in. I don't know what you can do, whether it's a software tuning, whether it's maybe similar to what we did with the M2, which I think was the control arm pushings, really helped the M2. I would also maybe say the suspension feels a bit soft and a bit mushy. This could benefit from some coilovers as well, just again to suit the personality of the car. But the chassis is unreal. Like, you can feel how taut the chassis is. It just feels a bit floaty. I think that's the overall problem.
You've really got to be on the edge of your seat when driving this. I feel like the Supra's at the perfect power level where I can get in that car, comfortably put my foot flat down and then just control it, whereas this is almost a little bit unpredictable at this point. But I would say, handling wise, like, even though they weren't no map. Oh, hold on, we've got a tunnel here. Jack, we've got a tunnel. That is so stupid.
This is a genuine form of therapy. I'm not gonna lie. It must be. They must give this to people.
Both of these cars are so asbo. So asbo.
I could do this all day. I'm going to be honest, in terms of driving experience, because this has the turbos, I feel like I enjoy this more. I cannot imagine what a single turbo G87 must be like to drive.
But yeah, I do feel like driving the Supra feels like you're driving something more special than what this does, but this outperforms the Supra in the areas of handling. Maybe not braking, because the brakes on the Supra are unreal, and obviously it has more power. It's noticeably more power.
All right, let's pull over and go and see what our assessment is of the cars then.
So Jack, we've brought our cars back to discuss our findings. I'm going to give my opinion first and then you give yours.
Yep.
I think the G87 is a better car on the basis that the steering's better, suspension's softer, the exhaust doesn't sound quite as nice, and it obviously has more power, and I think it handles better. But I think the Supra raw driving experience feels like you're just driving something completely different. I can't drive that car with a straight face. I can drive this with a straight face.
I would have to agree.
Yeah.
But only because I think that the turbo in this
is insane.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Like I said in the car, I said if that car had an external wastegate,
Yeah.
it would be exactly the same.
Oh,
Imagine
mate.
that single turbo.
It would be ridiculous. This needs that setup, and it will be a game changer.
Yeah, absolutely. Because that is what makes this car. I'm
Yeah.
actually a little bit disappointed with the steering feel on this car.
It's quite a lot different.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
it's so vague. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't. I can't.
It's really light as well.
Yeah, and then the suspension doesn't feel. I think this needs a set of coilovers now with the
Yeah,
power
it's on
and stuff.
IBAC springs.
Yeah, I think the IBAC springs look amazing if you're running a stock car, but when you're
Yeah.
running this type of power, you want the confidence to know you can lean on the suspension.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
That
Otherwise,
definitely has a lot more grip, but it's probably down to semi-slick tyres.
semi-slick tyres. Yeah.
This is all over the road when
Yeah.
you're booting it. I'm like, I
That's
see you shoot off, and I'm like, "Oi."
This is also on PS4S's. We have got Cup 2s for it, so
Oh, okay.
that would probably be a better comparison, putting the power down wise.
So we've agreed then.
So let's wrap up and see which out of these two cars was the winner of our comparison.
Starting with the mods, the G87 one.
Yep, just by a little inch,
Yep.
but it did win.
The sound.
Supra.
Yep.
I think we obviously gave it that even before hearing it on the road. I think on the road, it just is in a different league, isn't
It's
it?
a different level.
Different level.
Sounds so good.
So that's one to the Supra.
Then we've
Neck and
got
neck.
styling, which was decided by AUTOID employees, and G87 one.
Obviously, there is a bit of bias in that
Yep.
because they're obviously all ID employees. If they don't like my car, they get fired. Finally, was
Yep.
driving impressions. I think this is a bit more techie.
I think if we're just talking about driving experience, getting it and how you feel driving it and how you feel coming out of it, that takes the crown.
Yeah.
But if you're talking about raw road performance, everything all in that we're going to use for the track and stuff, I think that also takes the crown. But that makes me want to wee myself when I drive it.
This is an interesting question then,
Go on, Em.
because last week we compared the M2 versus the GT3. Arguably, in that fight,
Yeah.
this car was that one. It was the underdog. That was the more fun. This is like the more fun, more like
That's
balls
it.
to the wall car. But in this comparison, that is that car.
I do
So
agree,
would
yeah.
you like to compare this versus the GT3? But honestly,
Now we're going to compare this to a GT3.
yeah, but yeah, I would have to agree. I think that this is ultimately the better performing car. Does everything that it needs to do to be, you know, what it is. I don't know if I made sense there.
No, it does.
But essentially, if you had to pick, you've got one last drive, that's it, go and have the best time, you're going to jump in this, I feel
That's
like.
it. The Supra just edges it on a specialness feel.
Yeah, I would agree.
It feels special
So, mod into M2, sound to Supra, looks
to the M2.
to M2, and drive into the Supra.
Which means
We've got a dead heat.
Yeah.
We've got to come up with one last comparison.
price. And then at that point, that changes everything.
So-
That's a lot cheaper than what that is.
Does that make it better though?
Nah, but it wins on price.
Value for money though.
Actually, one thing which we could talk about is this car hasn't dropped value at all,
No.
realistically, whereas this has dropped about 15, 20 grand. So,
Well, no, you can get these now for 35 grand. What was yours list? Brand new?
40k basically brand new.
Really?
Yeah, it was a demo model with like 500k miles, 500 miles on it. I don't know, I think value for money is within
Don't
the
forget
Supra.
also the turbo kit on this is like 13 grand.
Yeah, don't forget this has got 60k in mods.
Yeah, but to make it drive, if we're just on performance,
Just performance,
this has only probably had
probably about 7 grand.
6
worth.
or 7 grand. Yeah.
Yeah.
I say only, but you know what I'm saying.
I was filming the floor just then. Overall, I think it's a dead neck and neck tie, to be honest. I think it all depends on what you actually want out of a car.
We can't do that.
Why?
We can't be in the middle. We've got to have a winner.
Alright.
People will be angry if we just go, oh, well, they're both, you know, everyone gets a medal. We've got to decide a winner.
So we've been thinking,
We have been thinking, right, it depends.
Yeah.
That's what the winner is. Because weekend car, you're going to take the Supra.
agreed.
Looks special, sounds mad. But if you need a weekend car that you can kind of daily, it's probably going to be the M2.
Yeah, I think the M2 does it all, but that means that it probably should take the crown because it can do everything.
It can do weekend car as well.
Yeah.
Sorry, Liam. I think we've just made our mind up. This is the winner of this comparison.
Yeah, the M2 is going to have to win, which I'm absolutely gutted about because I would definitely take the Supra instead. Go on.
Let's just single turbo it, and then it beats.
Oh! Let's
See you
do
next
it.
week.
See you next week.